So welcome to another video of the knowledge feeds. So today we will be discussing about the STLC, that is the software testing lifecycle. So what is software testing lifecycle? It is a sequence of specific activities conducted during the testing process to ensure software quality goals are met. So there is a misconception that testing is a single activity. So it's not like that. We have the whole process or the whole life cycle that we follow right from the requirement phase till the test closure. So we will be discussing more on this in the next slide. So in this slide, we will discuss more on the phases of STLC. So the first being the knowledge transition and requirement phase. The second being the test strategy and test planning. Third is the test design. Fourth is the test environment setup. Fifth, test execution. And finally, we have the test closure. So in the next slide, we will discuss more on these phases of STLC. Here we will discuss the phases in more detail. The first is knowledge transition and requirement phase. So knowledge transition requirement phase is also known as the KT and RA. So here the requirement document is ready and shared across. So what is the requirement document? It could be the BDA document, that is the business requirement document, or it could be any other document that contains all the information regarding to the software that is being made. So once the document is ready, it is shared across the team. So now what the QA team has to do with it? So once they receive the document, the QA team starts high level analysis. So once you start analyzing the document, you come across many doubts. For that, you have to maintain a clarification tracker, also known as the issue tracker. So this have to be active throughout the software testing lifecycle because doubts may come at any point of time. And if you close this during the KTRA session, if the doubt comes at the later stage, there will be no activity in this. So the deliverables of the requirement phase would be the RTM or the automation feasibility report if applicable. So the next is the test strategy and test planning. So QA team plans the strategy and approach. So what is the strategy and approach or the planning is? We have to give the timelines that in what time we need to complete the test cases, the planned test cases, how many planned test cases should be there, how many test cases would be automated or would be manual. So all these details need to be captured as part of the test strategy and test planning, like the test strategy document, the effort estimation document. So effort estimation is basically have all the timelines related to like how many engineering days would be required to complete a particular software testing. So next one would be the test design phase. So in the test design phase, we have two processes. First would be the test scenario. So what all are the ways I can test my application is the test scenario. This contains the possibility, functionality, and the workflow. Once we get the requirements, the test strategy and planning, we will be writing the test scenarios in such a way that all my possibilities and functionality and the workflow are covered. So once the test scenario is ready, we'll go for the test development, that is the development of the test cases from the test scenarios that we have created in the earlier phase. So next is the test environment setup. Here we have to prepare all the setups for the execution. That is, if I require Windows system, I need to create certain Windows VMs or the Linux VMs, or I need to just install my software under test in certain of the setups, and then have to verify that whether my setup is working as per the needs of my software or not. So it's basically a kind of a sanity check also I need to do while I create the test setups. So next is the test execution. This is the real-time validation of the product and finding the bugs. So here, once the product is ready from the development phase, it will be given to us and we need to just validate the product and find as many bugs as we can and then report it directly to the development team. So once they fix the bugs, we will track the bug and then we will have to close those bugs and retest the application again. So in this phase, the deliverables of test execution would be completed RTM. RTM is a requirement traceability metrics with execution status, test case updates with results, and defect reports. Next is the test closure. This is the final step and very important step. So now we have executed our test. So on the test execution completion, there would be certain documents that we would be having, like the metrics, or we can say RTM. RTM is the requirement traceability metrics. Requirement traceability metrics are that we got the requirements in the knowledge transition and requirement analysis phase, and we have mapped our test cases and test scenarios right to the bugs. So there will be a complete mapping of the right from the requirement to the test cases to the execution. And then we will be having some report documents, result documents, all those we will be keeping it handy, and we will make some documentation so that we can say that we have completed our execution. So this is the final step. Basically, we can say a documentation step as far as the software testing lifecycle is concerned. So these are the basic steps that we need to follow as part of this software testing, right from the requirement being given to us to the test execution and closure, document being submitted back to the concerned teams and getting it approved. So I hope software testing lifecycle is quite clear. If you have any questions or doubts, please let me know in the comment section. We will respond you back. And if you need this PPT, please let us also know in the comment section with your email ID. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.